Hi everyone, Paul Tickey from Styles Financial here. In about 4 minutes, I'll answer a timely question on a very current topic. Should private equity and private credit show up in a 401k lineup? I'll explain what they are, why they're being discussed now, what large managers are signaling, and how we'd guide a plan committee, whether your participants are very sophisticated or brand new to investing. So what are we talking about? Private equity means owning stakes in companies that aren't publicly traded yet. It targets higher long-term returns, but it comes with higher fees, less frequent pricing, and limited liquidity. Private credit means lending to private companies outside public bond markets. It often pays higher income and can be floating rate, but it carries credit risk and liquidity constraints. Why is this in 401k conversations now? Well, regulators have clarified that private market exposures can be considered within diversified vehicles. Think target date funds, TDFs, target risk funds, or balanced funds, so long as fiduciaries act prudently. That has opened the door for public-private blends designed specifically for defined contribution plans. In short, it's allowed when implemented thoughtfully inside a diversified structure, not as a standalone DIY private fund on the core menu. So what large managers are signaling right now? Well, a leading global asset manager is building target date designs that weave in small allocations to private markets, emphasizing diversification benefits and careful liquidity valuation controls. Another major target date provider has introduced a public-private platform aimed at DC plans, with an emphasis on risk management and operational mechanics. A large active manager, partnering with a prominent private market specialist, is rolling out limited liquidity fund structures that blend public assets with private credit today and seek to expand to private equity in coming product waves. A top mutual fund firm stresses that if privates are used in DC, they must fit liquidity, diversification, and transparency requirements. They are evaluating approaches rather than racing a product to market. Another global manager known for stewardship highlights its institutional private credit capabilities, but is measured about pushing standalone private solutions directly onto 401k core menus. In plain English, big, reputable managers are interested and investing in the plumbing, only where they can manage liquidity, valuation, participant communications, and fees. No one credible is suggesting a pick-your-own private equity fund button for participants. So is it appropriate for your plan? Here's a simple framework. First, vehicle choice. If privates are used, the cleanest path is inside a diversified, professionally managed fund, for example, a target date fund or a custom CIT, but not as a standalone option. Number 2, sizing and liquidity. Keep allocations modest. Favor structures that manage cash flows, queue redemptions when needed, and value assets prudently. Number 3, fees and transparency. Expect higher fees than index funds. Demand clear reporting, understandable valuation methods, and plain language disclosures. Number 4, operations and legal. Ensure your record keeper, your investment policy statement, and participant communications are aligned. Consider litigation and headline risk up front. Number 5, participant mix. For less experienced savers, keep any private exposure inside the QDIA so they don't have to choose it. For more sophisticated participants, education first, then let the professional vehicle do the heavy lifting. So what is our guidance to plan committees? For most plans, a measured pilot using a target date or custom CIT with a small and capped allocation to private solutions would be reasonable, if the manager provides their liquidity, valuation, and fee disciplines in writing, and you update the IPS and disclosures accordingly. For simplicity first plans, it's perfectly prudent to wait and monitor first movers, watch fees, cash flow handling, and participant experience before you add complexity. Either way, we'll continue screening managers against ERISA prudence, liquidity, and communication standards, and will only recommend what fits your workforce and plan size. I'm Paul with Styles Financial. If you want to evaluate a specific public-private target date or CIT for your plan, we'll run it through our due diligence checklist and show exactly how it can affect participant outcomes in plain English. Thanks for watching.
The Financial Flash is created by the experts at Styles Financial Services, creating customized portfolios that fit your unique lifestyle and goals.